Hi everyone. So I want to quickly talk on something like it has something to do with the law of agreement when it comes to spousal agreement. So I went somewhere today on my way back home. There's this woman that we did talk once in a while, like so she stopped me and she was telling me about her dream and a dream that she had about her husband. And thank God that she had victory around that dream. I don't want to go through that dream, but that dream kind of reminds me about how it's important that we understand what marriage is about. Some people think that like husband and wife, like when God said that and two shall become one, that God was joking. He wasn't joking. Two has become one indeed. The moment you're married to anybody, you have become joined with that person, and everything has to come you, or you, like whatever wants to take place, you both of you, in one way or the other, whatever is happening in your marriage now, right now, in one way or the other, you approved it. The both of you approved it. Do you understand? Whatever is going on in anybody's marriage today, in one way or the other, the both of you approved whatever is going on in your marriage. Now when she was telling me that dream, that made me to recall one dream I had when my husband became very sick. He was in the hospital for more than a month. I think about a month or a month plus. It wasn't up to 2 months though. My husband as at that time we're not always like together. It was like a period of 1 year. I was on the island, he was on the mainland, so he usually comes back weekends to stay with us. So one time he came around, we had this argument, and this argument, I was so angry with my husband that morning that I literally, like, I was so angry that he left. I did not even say goodbye. I was like, oh man, you just go and just so that particular morning, the following day, my husband was calling me, like I think it was around that same morning. He called me. I was like, oh God, stop calling me, those things like that. And so it was towards the evening he called again, and I was like, I just had to pick because he started calling our neighbor to give phone to me. So I had to pick his call, because I don't want that neighbor to come to my apartment again. So as of then, I was like, why are you calling somebody to come give me the phone? I think I don't like that. If I'm not picking your call, it's because I'm not in the mood to speak to you. So just respect the fact I don't want to speak to you right now. So while we're talking, because of course I don't want our neighbor to come to my apartment again, so I had to pick up the call, right? So while we're talking, he now told me that he wasn't feeling so well, that he felt somehow, and I was like, okay, maybe you just, go check out what's going on with you. So it was it that night, okay, I made the mistake. That morning, he left very early in the morning, so I went back to sleep. And then in my sleep, I was with that anger and everything. I had 3 persons came to my apartment. They came to see me, and they told me that they wanted to do something to my husband, but I wasn't really paying attention to whatever they wanted to do to him, because that anger that I carried, like that argument we had, it was like as if that argument was actually still in my mind in that dream. So I was like, whatever you want to, whatever, guess what, whatever. So I wasn't really interested. I didn't want to know what they wanted to do to my husband. So I was like, so what do we do? Whatever you want to do to him, because I was kind of angry. And do you know that I even asked about, am I going to get a divorce from this man? It was crazy. Like, it was literally crazy, right? It was literally crazy. And so they were like, okay, so they took a paper and they wrote down some things, and I didn't want to check because I was actually angry. So I was like, whatever I want to do, it's none of my business. Like, I literally don't care, because I was angry, right? So do you know that that morning that my husband left was when I had that dream. I woke up from the dream. I didn't even pay attention to the dream. I think, yeah, I usually pray. I do my prayers like the regular thing, right? But I wasn't really, I wasn't taking anything to build, though it was, I kind of thought about it for a while, but I forgot about it. And I went, so because my husband was calling and I wasn't picking his call, he called our neighbor brought the phone to me. I had to start picking his call because I don't want him calling the neighbor again to bring the phone. So they feel like, oh, what's going on with the both of you, So I picked his call. So that was when he told me that he wasn't really feeling well. I thought it was just a normal thing. You understand, the regular thing. Like my husband hardly gets sick. He doesn't even. I'm the one that usually, but my husband hardly gets sick. So I thought it was this usual, maybe just treat malaria and you'll be fine, that kind of thing. So I told him, okay, you go and take care of yourself, find out what's going on and take something, right? So that was how we concluded. So in the morning, I called him. No, he called me. When he called me, he wasn't sounding well. So I was like, are you already going to work? He was like, no, that he's not feeling well, that he's still. I was like, did you get medicine? I said, yes, it was. He's not, that he does not have any relief whatsoever. I was like, I don't understand. Okay, you go to the hospital, go and see our doctor. He was like, okay, he's gonna go. I waited. I said, eat something and then go. I waited for a while. I called him again because now he was sounding really, really serious, because I don't really know him to be somebody who can be so sick. You understand? Because of that, I had to call him myself again. Upon calling my husband was really in the house. He could not move. I had to call his sister to go check out what's going on with him. And guess what? My husband became sick. It was like a joke, but guess what, guys? My husband was in the hospital for a whole a month plus. In fact, they had to move him from here to there. They said he had a leakage in his stomach. He was leaking blood. They said this was ulcer, things like that. Before you know what, 1 month in the hospital, to the point that the sister was telling me, I don't know what's going on with my brother. I don't know what's going on with my brother. Like, it's crazy. All of a sudden, he became sick. All of a sudden. Then if that kind of, it was like as if something was waiting for us to have issues so that they can get agreement with me to deal with my husband, because we call it ulcer, but I mean, yes, we're going to look at we called it ulcer. But guys, this particular story makes me reflect on how spiritual our life is, right? They had to come to me to seek agreement to deal with my husband. I mean, because I was angry with this man, like physically. See, it's important that spouse gets, you see, when God, everything that our father said, like when he talked about not let the sun go down in your anger, it is very, very important, because father knows everything around our lives. He knows how he had designed us, how everything is going to play out, and whether or not, like, literally, guys, like, just imagine the story. My husband was in the hospital for a month plus because the devil was somewhere waiting for we to have issues, and they came to me in the dream, and physically it was ulcer, and we spent money. We spent money. Think about it. And this story was similar to what this woman was telling me, and I was like, thank God. But she was like, oh my goodness, that I was, but from everything she said, there was no confidence. She did not agree. She was not in agreement. So literally, something dangerous something very terrible would have panned out for her husband, but this woman literally did not agree. So it made me reflect on this story. See, guys, spousal agreement is key. Spouses, you are one. Literally, you don't understand, and especially that person that prays more. The devils are always like, even if one spouse is much, let's say, is not that prayerful, or it's not, I don't know, one person is more prays better than the other person, or more spiritual than the other person. You see that one that is more spiritual, because they know that, oh, whatever we do, we can easily get the other one. But that one that is more spiritual is always, like, that is, I don't even know how to put it, but just get it that whether you are spiritual or not spiritual, your agreement is key. If the both of you come together and say, we are going to build a house by this time next year, you guys, I don't know how it works, but guess what is going to happen? Even the spouses that are no longer together today, it was an agreement. There was an agreement. No matter how you see these things, the spiritual world is real. Everything is manufactured there. Everything is, whatever pans out here is what has been produced over there. That is why God said that he has given us dominion over this earth. That's why you have the right to cancel whatever you don't feel right with. And when you cancel it, he said, or whatever we bind on earth is bound on heaven, whatever we lose. If I was serious, after that dream, I kind of fasted, or do something about what I saw, maybe it wouldn't happen the way it happened. But I was negligent, I was angry with my husband, I was mad at him, and I'm the praying person, things like that. And guess what panned out? Thank God that this woman, there was no any kind of agreement in her dream, and this really made me want to do this video. Guys, spousal agreement is key. Spousal agreement is key. Learn how to agree with beautiful things in your marriage. Learn how to agree to beautiful things. Speak life and not death, because when you speak death, it pans out, it comes out. Speak life, speak life, speak life. See, you are one, whether you like it or not. If you see yourself in the dream cursing your spouse, you're cursing yourself. It is the same thing. It is yourself you're cursing. The both of you are one. If you see your spouse going through one thing, see, no matter how you see it, even if the other person is going through one thing, it affects you. So you are the same thing. You are one. Spousal agreement. Spousal agreement. May God help us all. Stay blessed, guys.